mean, they're not happy with her utterances. They say it's blasphemous. They say that it goes against their morals. It's unethical and all of that. And they say they are going to investigate. And I am asking for a lady who put out a video, put it on TikTok. What was going through her mind, first of all? Like I said, this is the era of catching cruise. Everybody wants to trend for some reason. And I didn't know this lady. Seated here, I do not know her name. I can't be bothered. I would never have been bothered if such a lady existed up until this video started trending. And you know how they say some bad news sells, right? Nonsense they sell. Nonsense don't they make sense. So yeah, what if she was just catching cruise? Would you want to expend time and resources investigating such matters? If, of course, it's cruise, then of course it's a trivial matter. Well, does it tell so much on the morals of the school? And for some reason, the school feels the need to act appropriate and fish out some other individuals like this so they don't corrupt the overall fabric of the institution. That's another thing you may want to consider. But in the end, should they be bothered? Should they expend time and resources investigating such matters? And should any punishment, let's say they investigate, and yes, they discover that, okay, so it was through selling yourself, you were able to sponsor yourself through school, Abi. I mean, what if she was not left with any other option? This is not in any way to justify prostitution, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, if she was a very bright student, Shebe, it's still the institution that would come out and be very proud of her and want to identify with her. At that point, do they care how she was able to see herself through school? If it was a case of sex for grades, that's another thing. If it was a case of being in a relationship with someone, and some way, somehow, by virtue of being in that relationship, you had to, engage in some sexual activity for this person to be able to continue to sponsor your education, should there be a punishment for that? If it was a case of you going to one juju house and saying, I hereby sacrifice my private parts because I want to successfully go through school, should it be something that she or any other person cutting such behavior should be punished for? That's the conversation. Nigerian Info, good afternoon. Welcome to the sunny side.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Go ahead.
I'm Comrade EUNS from Oshamu in Anega.
Comrade EUNS, go ahead.
Thank you. You see, I don't know what the school is going to investigate. Is there anything new? Are we just hearing something from the moon? This happens in our institution. Are they coming up to say that, no, it doesn't happen in there? It means we survive the way we do to get money to sponsor ourselves? There are a lot of things going on. I pray God they should just allow this matter go.
Okay.
Whether it is true or not, because actually these are happening in our institutions.
All right, thank you so much, Comrade EUNS. Somebody says, what kind of profession? Okay. God, girls really have it easy. I'm yet to see a boy say that he achieved anything thanks to God and his private part. The management of Negati should calm down. The student has said the truth, and this is Nigeria. Good day, presenter. The girl has granted an interview and said she wanted to pronounce Popsy, and she can swear with anything. If you also listen carefully, the lady has a bad vocabulary, or sejabome. Well, I know she does have an accent. Bad vocabulary. You know what? When we go on a commercial break, I would listen, because I still have the video. I would listen to the video again to be double sure that it was actually bad vocabulary, as you have said. Simon says, please, I'll just put on my radio. Joseph, I think I have repeated what we're talking about. Let's go on that commercial break. When we come back, I continue to read your messages. I actually did step out of the studio I can't play video. Sorry, I can't. It is, that word she used is not to be broadcast. I cannot do that. But if you can find the video for yourself, oh well. I watched that video again together with my colleagues, and I said, even if someone has a vocabulary problem or an accent problem, this lady was not, it was not a mistake. From my deduction, by the way. And this is why. When she was talking, she was very bold. When it got to that point where she had to mention a private organ, she was hesitant. It was intentional. If I want to say, oh, thank God I'm a graduate today because of God and because of my popsy or because of my father, there is an attitude that comes with such expression. Her expression was quite intentional. Yes, because when she got to that part, she knew what she was about to say. That's my deduction. And my colleagues agree with me. So her granting an interview now to say, she wanted to say what she wanted to say. Trust me, I do not, I do not believe that. I don't think that was a mistake. Trust me. Anyway, I see your messages. I promise you, after trending stories, I will come back and read them and we'll round off the conversation. Don't forget, we are Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Trending stories, then the conversation continues. So stay tuned to us.